It's interesting you sort of move the lines around to hope get Travis Konechny going. It ends up Bobby Brink maybe has his best game of the season. What did you see from that line and Bobby in particular tonight?
Well, I thought Pales played good too. Lixell makes a couple of good passes, a couple of good plays. Lixell looked a lot more comfortable. Bobby's been playing good, period. He just hasn't finished. He hasn't scored, and finds a way tonight to score, makes a nice play on Pales' goal. Yeah, and I thought, I thought our team played well. I think it's been playing well. End up scoring some goals tonight and find a way to win.
How important is it to have Sam make the last save in the shootout after giving up the goal in the third? And
very important because we win.
What open for him and his confidence maybe?
Yeah. For a goalie to get a win against that team, it'll help him for sure.
With regards to Bobby Brink again, I guess from my perspective, it seems like watching him every night, it feels like he should have more points than he does. Is that kind of the way you look at it in terms of your evaluation of his play?
He has taken a huge step in development. And the part of, for me, is how hard he plays away from the puck. He's a good match for Tyson and Casey. I need to get TK going. I need to get something going with him. That's why I switched that. But he's such a good match with them. And the part of the game is he works so hard away from the puck. That helps his offense. Yeah, and you look, he has 8 goals coming into tonight's game, but he ends up with a ton of chances during the year. He just hasn't finished. You take him off that line, he scores 2. But for, not a big guy, I'm always concerned. I mean, I think we have to get bigger as a team. But he's taken a huge step in his development as far as what it is to be a pro, first of all, how he carries himself, and how well he's played consistently throughout the year.
You talked about feeling for your team today, just throughout this skid. What do you think a result can just do for their psyche?
Yeah, I hope it helps their confidence, and it will. I know we've lost the last couple, but we've certainly played better the last couple coming into tonight's game. We end up scoring some goals. Got a couple saves when we needed them. So hopefully, they know the situation, and that's why I appreciate it. I don't think there's going to be ever a problem on how hard they're going to play, but it's hard for them. So I'm happy they can enjoy it, and we'll have a practice at noon tomorrow and get ready to play our next one.
Talk a lot about game management. You guys obviously get down again in the first period, and then in the third they tie early in the third. What does it say that they actually didn't unravel tonight, that they just kept playing their game?
Yeah, even the other night, when I was talking, they score right away. Tkachuk scores right away. I thought we settled the game down right away, because that could have, where we've been on this homestand, what's happened to us, and Ottawa comes in and scores the first. I thought they settled themselves down very well. I think they've done a pretty good job of that the past few nights here. So, we battled back the other night, tie it up 2-2, don't find a way to win one. Tonight we just kept on playing. I thought we did a pretty good job away from the puck as far as just limiting odd man rushes. It's a dangerous team, even without Kucherov. It's a real dangerous team. I thought we were very patient with our offense.
When Atkinson scores there in the third, are you thinking, I've seen that before? Like it's a guy that you've coached for a long time.
Yeah. I wasn't happy at the time, but we win the game. I'm happy he scored because he was on for 2 against, and so I'm happy he scored after the final, after we win the game. I know the guys have seen him. I coached him for 8 years, so we have a little bit of history, and I'm not sure where it all goes for him now as he keeps on going, but it was great to see him.
Is that a guy Bobby can kind of look to, and I'm sure he took something away from Cam, right? Similar sized guys. He's around him for a year and maybe become something like that.
Even like Cam, I liken Bobby to another guy I coached in that team, Oliver Bjorkstrand. Very similar size. Oliver's a shooter. He had to learn to play harder. Oliver learned from Panarin, his teammate. When I was coaching Columbus, Panarin was there, and Panarin has one of the heaviest sticks in the game. Oliver learned a lot from him then. I think that's what players should do, not just within your team, but watch guys throughout the league that you assimilate with. But I have been all over Bobby for the first couple of years, and I just like the way he's handled it. He's just taken it on. I think he's accepted the challenge, and I'm happy for him because I think he's found an area that I don't think he could play. He was a scorer in college and small guy. Probably doesn't think he's good enough to check, but he's found a way to play hard in those areas, and I think that's taken him to another level this year. It's really good to see.